What's up, fellow Tiger fans? In today's video, we're going to take a look at what LSU needs to do to secure victory over Auburn this coming Saturday. LSU is a double-digit point favorite over Auburn. They're probably going to put up 40 or around 40. And just what part of that seems real? Now, I do think Auburn's going to come into Tiger Stadium on Saturday, and they are going to put up a real fight for LSU. So LSU can't sleepwalk through this game. They can't be looking forward to the bye. They can't be looking forward to Bama. We as fans can be looking forward to Bama because we don't play the fucking game. But anyway, so the first thing I'm looking forward to Saturday is to see how LSU handles Auburn's freshman quarterback, Bo Nix. Now, Nix is a freshman starter. He's very talented and he's gonna make plays. But the key to the game is how many plays he makes or how many plays he doesn't make. His splits between at Auburn and away from Auburn are quite noteworthy. At Auburn, he's completing 64% of his passes. He's thrown for 700 plus yards and he's thrown 4 TDs and 0 picks. He hasn't turned the ball over at Auburn yet. But on the road, he's only completing 51% of his passes for just under 600 yards, 7 TDs, and here's the big number, 5 picks. Now, I said in my last video, I really feel like if LSU's defense can just get a stop, 2 stops, 3 stops, that's ball game, because our offense is gonna put up in the mid to high 30s. They're gonna put up in the 40s. You know, they're gonna put up somewhere around there. And I just want to be up front. I don't think Auburn can keep up with them. But LSU's easiest path to victory is getting into Bo Nix's head, forcing him to make mistakes, whether that's interceptions or just putting the ball on the ground. Now, Nix is playing behind a hell of an offensive line. Auburn is 11th in the country and leads the SEC in rushing at 240 yards a game, over 5 yards a pop and 20 touchdowns. And that is probably the easiest path for Auburn to have success. It's just keeping the ball on the ground, controlling the time of possession, not letting LSU's already mediocre pass rush kind of tee off on their freshman quarterback a little bit. But I think this is probably the biggest question mark of the game because LSU isn't a slouch inside. LSU's run defense is 10th in the country, allowing just 93 yards a game and 2.8 yards a carry. So that's going to kind of be strength for strength. And I'm really curious to see how LSU comes out of that battle. If they can control Auburn on the ground, dare I say this might be a blowout. And then I don't think it's as important, but if you flip it around and you look at Auburn's run defense versus LSU's run offense, LSU is only number 79 in the country in rush offense, but I do feel like over the last couple games, they've been kind of hitting their stride and they're getting better and better. But just like LSU has an elite run defense, so does Auburn. Auburn's only allowing 1 more yard per game than LSU. They're 12th in the country. I would say Auburn's really only played 2 big headliner teams so far, Oregon and Florida. And Bo Nix has not been impressive in either one of them. All 5 of his picks came in those 2 games, and he failed to complete more than 42% of his passes in both games. And my last and final thing, and I think this is kind of where LSU runs away with it, is Auburn's secondary. Now, the big difference between Auburn and Florida, while they both have great defensive lines, though I think Auburn is a little bit better, Auburn does not have the secondary that Florida has. They do not have the dudes back there that Florida has. Before the Arkansas game, and Arkansas is terrible, Auburn had allowed 4 consecutive 200-yard passing games and 2 touchdowns with 0 picks. So 4 games, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. I do believe with the precision and just the quickness that Joe Burrow gets rid of the football with, that LSU's offensive line will be able to hold Auburn's defensive line in check. And if that happens, this will be another 300-yard game, another 5-touchdown game. LSU is gonna put up damn near 50. So I think LSU accomplishes everything that I just talked about. I don't think Bo Nix is gonna have a great game. I do think he's gonna be able to make some plays, but I think he's gonna turn the football over in key times. I don't think Auburn's gonna be able to establish the run like they have been all season. And I don't think Auburn's defensive line is gonna be able to just wreck Joe Burrow. So because of that, maybe I'm overconfident, maybe I'm a homer, but I think LSU takes this one. I'm gonna go LSU 44, Auburn 27. I think Joe has a big game through the air. I think Clyde runs 1 or 2 in. And like I just said, I think Nix is gonna make plays, but I also think he's gonna make mistakes at key times. And LSU's gonna run away with it. I don't think this game's even gonna be like the Florida game where it's kind of close at halftime. I think LSU's gonna be in control of this one, and they're not gonna cruise, but this isn't gonna be a game where you ever feel like it's in doubt. Alright guys, now go ahead and drop your predictions down in the comments. Which Tiger team is gonna take victory Saturday? As always, please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos just like this one, and go Tigers. LSU, of course.